we are going to explain very fast the verb of the senses over here. Okay, so pay special attention to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 senses. Of course, those are the senses that we have, of course, and we're going to explain how we can use them in comparisons. Of course, we're going to use them for comparing. Okay, you have to compare situations. Okay, compare situations using the 5 senses. Okay, we're going to start with look like. And we have sentences like this. Okay, I'm going to show you right here. Let me start checking this exercise. This exercise was taken from the TOEFL material. Okay, and you can see over here, right? We have look like. It's the most common way, so you can compare what you see. So you interpret what you see, and you immediately make the comparison with this. No, and let me give you an example right here. You can see the clouds over there. No, so you can say it looks like it's going to rain. You can also use another structure over here. You can use as if. That's another way. It looks like. It looks as if it's going to rain. That's another way. And also you can say it looks as though it's going to rain. Well, you can simplify it. With another one that is only rain. You can say it looks like rain. It looks like rain. Only like that. So you have different alternatives, different options, so you can compare what you see. In the first one, it says, I wasn't run over by a tent. I feel so, of course, situation is compatible, or I feel as though I had been run over by a 10-ton truck. So with this comparison, as if I had been run over by a 10-ton truck. This is a comparison, of course. This is an imaginary comparison. Imaginary. And if you analyze this sentence, you can see immediately that you recognize here the second conditional. The second conditional over here. No. This is not the second. This is the third conditional. Sorry, the third conditional right here, because you are using the past perfect. That's right. This is the past perfect. Okay. So if you translate it into Spanish, it would be like, me siento terrible, me siento como si me hubiera atropellado un tractocamión de muchas toneladas, como de 10 toneladas más o menos, por ahí pueden ver. Bueno, so this is really good. I mean, to make comparisons like this, of course, if you are going to prepare for your speaking test or something like this, comparing the situation using this structure will give you, of course, more points. No? Now look at this. It says English is not her native tongue. It's not her native tongue. Now, you are going to compare a speaker. Just imagine, for example, somebody that is from the US, that he actually is from the US, but you're going to compare that situation. You're going to say, she speaks English as if English wasn't her native language. Now, with this structure, okay, let me see, for example, somebody that is is from the United States, and he or she, well, in this case, she, and she's actually an English native speaker, but when she talks, she doesn't really do it as if she were somebody from the United States. You know, so she speaks like me, for example. I am not from the United States. I don't really speak like a native speaker, but she does it, you know. And even though she's from the United States, so to make a comparison or to make a, how can I say, a restructure of this, okay, in another way, or to picture this situation in number 2, let me put it here. Sasha, let's call her name Sasha. Sasha's from the United States. She's from the US. She's from the US. She's a native speaker, of course. She's a native speaker. For a reason, for some reason, when she speaks English, she does like me. She doesn't like, I don't know, someone else from as if she wasn't from the United States. So that's why we are making here the comparison. No? She speaks English as if English was her native language. You see, so that is the comparison. You see, so you can compare, you can make comparisons, of course, with as if. Okay, and if you consider the last one, as if, you can make the comparisons using all the conditionals that we have. No? We have the 0 conditional, we have the first conditional, we have the second, we have the third conditional. No? So this comparison that I made over here, this one, you can notice that I use the simple past. So the second conditional is the one that I picked for this situation. Now, if we compare the sentences, in the sentence number 1, the conditional that I used was the third conditional. Now let's see the number 3. It says, you didn't see a ghost. What's the matter? So it says, you didn't see a ghost, but you look, okay, you look as if you had seen a ghost. Okay, como si hubieras visto un fantasma. So you look at the conditional that I'm using over here. The conditional I'm using here is the third. Well, it is not a conditional. It is just the structure. Of course, you can see as if you had seen a ghost over here. All right. So I am using as if, as though. Okay, this one's here, as if, as though, because they are more practical. They are more practical to use them, and they are also more formal. If we're talking about formality, as if, as though, they are more used in the formal language. Now you can make comparisons with feel. I felt. So, for example, you have a situation. Okay, let's start checking here. Vamos a la siguiente parte. Okay, we can put it here. Feel. You can use the verb feel. Okay. So when you have a very good experience, for example, let's have a situation like this. When you have your favorite meal, when you have your favorite meal or food, when you have your favorite food. Now let's imagine that you have some taquitos, or I don't know what is your favorite food. What your favorite food is, sorry. And of course, you can say it feels like heaven. No? It feels like heaven because you compare that situation with paradise, no? Because you feel really good having your favorite food. Or let's imagine another situation. Let's imagine that you have bought really comfortable shoes. You have bought really comfortable shoes. Picture the situation. really comfortable shoes. So you can make a comparison like this. These shoes feel like, these shoes feel like, or feel as if, these shoes feel as if you are walking in, um, walking on the clouds, okay? Because they are very comfortable. Now I am using as if for this sentence, for this comparison that I am doing. Okay. Now, if you ask me what is the difference between like and as if, I can tell you that the difference is just that when you use sentences with like, okay, when you use sentences with like, what is next? It can be a noun. Right? For example, heaven is a noun. And when you make sentences with as if, you have to use a clause. Esto que ven aquí, this is what you see over here. This is a clause. All right, this is a clause. Okay, a clause means that you're gonna have a verb, a subject, a verb, and of course the complement. So when you are using as if or as though, because it's the same, okay, when you have this as though, and put it here, it's the same, all right? As though and as if, they are practically the same. So you can use as if or as though for comparing something, whatever, okay, with a clause. Okay, you're comparing something with a clause right here. Okay. Now, if you go to the next part, that is, or another sense, that is smell. Okay, let's imagine that you are, for example, picture the situation. You can picture the situation. Okay, you are probably you are visiting somebody. You visit somebody, and somebody's home or somebody's house. House. You visit somebody's house, and you are about to come over there. You're about to knock the door, but you then smell something. You say, "My goodness, damn!" So it looks like it smells like it smells like mole, for example, or something like that. It smells like molito, no? Or you can use a sentence using a clause with as if. You can say, it smells like, it smells as if somebody is in mole. You can say this, it smells as if somebody is cooking mole right there. Okay, because you visit somebody's house over here. You visit somebody's house. Well, another situation that you can imagine here is probably when you, I don't know, probably when you get at the when you arrive at the party, no? So I'm gonna put it here. When you are at the party, and then you notice that there are a lot of people smoking, you know, a lot of people smoking over there. So you can say, it smells like, I don't know, it smells like many people don't like the smell of cigarettes. So they say, this smells like shit, no? because they don't really like the smell of smoke, you know, of cigarettes. So you can say, it smells like shit, no? So it doesn't really mean that is shit, but you can describe the smell like that, you know. And you can use another one. You can say it smells as if all of them want to die. Answer. No? So you can make a sentence like this. It smells as if all of them want to die of cancer. No, because you know they smoke a lot. So that is the situation. Okay, you can compare different situations using this. Now you can go with sound. Now, if we focus on sound, we hear sound. Sound. You can use the sound for many other reasons, for many other purposes. You can say sounds like a good plan, for example, when you are asking for suggestions. When you are asking for suggestions, you can say it sounds like a good plan. No? It sounds like a good plan. Okay. In here we can notice the difference between like and as if, because if you use as if, it sounded, for example, let me picture the situation first. The situation is this: you hear a strange noise at night. You hear a strong noise. I'm sorry, a strange noise at night, and you want to describe this noise. You really want to describe your experience, what you heard, no? And you say, okay, you look at this. The last night I heard a very strange sound, you know, a strange noise. And they ask you, okay, what was it like? Okay, it was as if it was, or it sounded as if somebody was killed, as if somebody had been killed. In this case, I have to use the third conditional, okay, of the past perfect. Because let me change this, because this happened in the past. You heard, okay, so it's focused on the past. You heard, okay, you heard a strange noise at night, or the last night. Let me put it here. Last night. Last night. So if you're comparing a past experience, or if you're comparing a past situation, and you want to describe it using a comparison with as if, you have to use the past perfect to refer, okay, to refer to that situation in the past. Okay, so this is the idea. The idea is that you can compare imaginary situations to compare your experience. So if I translate it to Spanish, I can say that soy yo como si alguien como si alguien lo hubieran matado, más o menos, ¿no? O sea, estuvo muy fuerte el grito o algo así, más o menos. It sounded as if somebody had been killed. Okay, so that's the situation with sound. Now, of course, there are a lot of examples with a comparison with sound. Now, the last one here is taste. You can use the verb taste. Imagine that when you go to a very prestigious restaurant, when you go to a prestigious restaurant, okay, and of course very expensive, no? When you go to a prestigious restaurant, they bring here with taste, and probably the experience that you had been waiting for is not the one that you actually had. So you want to compare the food, okay, with another situation or with something, no? So you say it tasted like it tasted like, so you didn't like the food. When you go to a prestigious restaurant and you didn't like the food, and you didn't like the food over there. You didn't like the food over there, so you can say it tasted like shit again. you can say that because you didn't like the food, and of course you are very mad. So you can say it tasted like shit, no? And that's the idea, that you can use natural language. This sentence or this comparison, you can use it for many situations that you don't like. All right. So I cannot really put here another formal comparison, but well, I can tell you an idea. I can give you an idea. For example, the food wasn't what I expected. You want to compare that situation, and I am going to be more formal. I can say it tasted as if it wasn't a prestigious. The food. I'm going to put here the food. The food tasted. The food tasted. I'm going to put here the color. Okay. The food tasted as if it wasn't a prestigious restaurant. So I am using a sentence with as if. Okay. Imaginary situation, of course, this is the second conditional. I am using the simple past, okay? And you can say the food tasted as if it wasn't a prestigious restaurant. So you are very angry with the chef because the food wasn't as good as you expected. Okay, so this is the way you can work, and you can compare different situations. All right, we started with look like, no, or with look as if over there. Okay, then we moved into feel right here. Then we moved into smell, comparing something with smell. Then after smell, we went into sound. Then after sound, we moved into taste. So, well, the recommendation here is that you go to the practice, okay, that is going to be published, it's going to be posted in the description of this video, so you can practice more, okay, you can practice more, and you can have your English skills ready for the next chapter, okay. Well, I say goodbye, and I hope that you like this grammar mini-series, okay, mini-series, very, very short. Okay, of course, in the next video that I'm going to prepare, I'm going to be into more details for each of them. Okay, so get ready for that. And well, I say goodbye and see you for the next time. Thank you very much for watching.